how does that feel? It's kind of crazy the journey it's been this season for you, Morgan.
Yeah, like Mike said in the locker room, he said just everybody has to be ready when their number's called. And yeah, it hasn't been easy. And being a senior, all you want to do is leave a good culture and a good journey behind. And I think that's like the most important thing for me is staying positive. And obviously we had some crap go down this year, but being ready for my number is always important.
Natalie, how cool was it to see Morgan contribute the way she did on the court tonight?
Yeah, no, it was awesome. I think I was definitely her biggest cheerleader when she was hitting those threes on and off the court. So it was just great to see you finally go out there and get to drain some threes like I know you can do.
Thanks, girl.
Yeah, I guess just what has that journey kind of been through the year, just with all the ups and downs and maybe not knowing what the situation is game to game?
Yeah, that is a hard one. I think mentally it's very draining, but I wouldn't want to do it for anybody else. It's the girls I'm coming to practice for. It's the coaches I'm coming to practice for, or else I wouldn't be here, fighting through adversity. It's a hard thing, but you have to know that you're doing it for something bigger than yourself, and I think that's what keeps me motivated.
Yeah. How cool was it just when there was the announcement of, because it seemed like Kayla and just the coaches really wanted this team to get more experience in the postseason. How awesome of a feeling was it for you as a senior just to kind of hear that announcement, like, hey, I'm going to have a few more games here?
Yeah, I think it was very nice because we ended the Summit League and we didn't know whether we were going to be in a postseason tournament, so we had to stay ready. We had to practice. And I didn't want us to leave the Summit League thinking that was my last game ever, and not knowing it at least. So just staying ready and finding out that night was just a little extra motivator for the end of the season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess, Natalie, you had 10 points tonight, 8 rebounds. Just seemed like there was a size advantage out there for the Yotes tonight. Just what was the mindset just defensively, getting those rebounds and those sort of things?
Yeah, I think we just really focused on boxing out this game, getting our rebounds so we can push in transition. And then on the offensive end, obviously crashing the boards too, because I feel like we rebounded good on the offensive side too. Yeah, we had 17, so that was good.
Mm-hmm. Just for either of you, another opportunity at home Tuesday night against Northern Arizona, just how excited are you to just get more practice time with your teammates?
Yeah, that's what we're here for, like, in March. Like, that's what it's for. So we're just going to take these next 2 days and get prepped up for the next game.
Yeah, happy to host. Happy to have our Yote fans back. So
it's always good when it's in the SCSC.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a really good win. After 11 days off, I think we anticipated some sluggishness, and there was. The first quarter we weren't as aggressive or as tenacious defensively as we have been all year, and I think that allowed them to get an offensive rhythm. But as the game wore on, I think our defense kind of settled in, forced them into tougher shots, and then really for the most part, outside of maybe the start of the third quarter, limited them to one shot and out, and then that allowed us to get out in transition, but it also prevented them from setting their presses, which can cause havoc because we don't see that all the time. So proud of our kids, really proud of Morgan Hansen for taking advantage of the opportunity she was given and not just knocking down shots, but playing with energy, communicating out there. Grace Larkin's getting 11 rebounds. Natalie and Tori, between the two of them, I think we ended up with darn near 20 points and double-digit rebounds. So just a really good overall team effort.
Mm-hmm. Just how have you liked how Morgan's kind of led the team through the year, maybe when her playing time hasn't been there?
Yeah, I think it's a testament to her where she's just stuck with it, and then seize the moment. When we needed shots or had opportunities for open shots, she knocked them down. And that there's just something about the three ball that energizes the whole building, and for her, somebody who's played in the past and is more of a fan favorite, I think then that energy is just multiplied.
Yep, absolutely. You mentioned the press. There's one play where Grace kind of dribbled back a bit, but then she threw it up and the players were wide open. Just what did you like about the way she read the press just throughout that game?
Well, they mixed it up from man-to-man where they would just deny her the ball, then they did some run and jump, and then they threw a little 1-2-2 at us that we hadn't seen on film. And I thought she did great. except when they went to the 1-2-2, and that's not on her. We hadn't gone over that in our preparation. And so during one time I said, hey, here's how we'll handle that. And then I thought we were much more efficient with it. But Grace just does so many things for us. And then I think all of us are maybe caught off guard when, the play doesn't happen as cleanly as we want because she's just such a good player. But you take her out of our equation against that team, and we're going to struggle to handle the pressure and to get into offense and be as efficient as we were, especially in the fourth quarter.
What did you like about just the way Natalie and Tori and others set the tone inside on the glass?
Yeah, I just liked our effort and energy. I think, again, in that first quarter, we stood flat-footed too often. But as the game wore on, we just became more and more active. I thought, too, they were both our posts and Carl in there as well, were really physical in our low post defense. And certainly they got some scoring opportunities, but the ones that they converted were well earned.
Yep, for sure. Just Coral had that save on the offensive possession near the end of the first quarter, and then Olivia also had big threes. Just what did you like from your freshman guards tonight?
Well, I like their tenacity. I like their toughness. They both play really hard. They both compete. For Coral to be the first one on the floor and save that possession or get that possession says a lot about her and her ability to do whatever she needs to do to help the team be successful. And Liv's just kind of a chameleon. She'll handle the ball for us. She'll find open players. She had a couple nice drives, hit a big three. Just does a little bit of everything for us at either the point guard or the off guard.
Mm-hmm. What has Olivia kind of learned from Grace just as far as running the point and running the offense?
Well, I think how to manage things, right? And your point guard is determining your pace of play, is determining the fluidness of your offense, and so knowing when to attack, when to be poised and get them into a half-court offense. I think those are things that Grace has helped Olivia with and the areas where Olivia has grown over the course of the season.
Mm-hmm. Was the conversation at halftime to have that holding them scoreless for over 5 minutes to start the second half?
Yeah, I would say it was a very positive, upbeat conversation, but I think we were also aware that we didn't perform at a level that we're capable of performing at. And so there was a balance between those two. We always have the kids highlight the good and bad throughout the half. They put it up on the dry erase board. We talked about that. Usually 90% of the time they're dead on with those things, and that we use that as a springboard for conversation. But a lot of it, we talked about just making more toughness plays. There were some possessions in that first half where maybe it was a 50-50 ball, or sometimes the ball was even in our hands, and they just took it away from us. And I thought we were much better in those areas in the second half.
Hosting Northern Arizona Tuesday night at 7, you get announced that to the crowd. Just how much are you looking forward to that game? Well,
anytime you can play at home, it's exciting, especially with our fan base and not having to travel, is big. Northern Arizona will be a tough opponent. They've had an incredible year. They've got experience. They've got size. They've got guards that are super aggressive getting to the basket, play an extremely up-tempo style. They want possession after possession after possession. So we'll have to be better defensively, and then we'll have to handle that pace and take advantage of their over-aggressiveness at times and try and create our own scoring opportunities.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, thank you guys.
You're welcome.